Picture this. You have just shattered a grueling 22-year curse to finally claim the most prestigious and exhausting league title in world football. You are the undisputed reigning champions of England. But just as the victory parade ends and the confetti settles, you are hit with a devastating and season-defining blow. William Saliba, the absolute rock and heartbeat of your defensive wall, is ruled out with a serious back injury that will sideline him for a massive portion of the upcoming season. To make things even more painful, your dream of a historic double ended in complete heartbreak in Europe, losing the Champions League final on penalties to Paris Saint-Germain. This is the high-stakes reality facing Mikel Arteta's Arsenal as they enter the 26-27 campaign. The challenge has officially shifted from chasing the crown to defending it, with their backs firmly against the wall. And believe me, the rest of Europe is smelling blood in the water. So, how does a champion rebuild when their defensive foundation is suddenly fractured? Let's take a look at the immediate, high-impact rescue plan.
Mikel Arteta and sporting director Andrea Berta had to act, and they had to act immediately. First, they secured Ecuador's rising superstar, Piero Hincapie, making his loan permanent for £34.5 million from Bayer Leverkusen. Next, they secured Greek forward Christos Tzolis from Club Brugge for $35 million to inject some serious, explosive pace on the left flank, as a direct replacement for Leandro Trossard, who departed for Besiktas. And to add depth, Leeds keeper Illan Meslier joins the ranks on a free transfer. But with Saliba out, the search for a new centre-back is an absolute emergency. Enter the Serie A sensation, Jacobo Ramon. The 21-year-old Spaniard has been turning heads at Como with incredibly consistent and mature performances. Arsenal has him marked as their ultimate plan C. But it is far from simple, because Real Madrid still holds 50% of his economic rights, and Chelsea is waiting to ignite a massive bidding war. But stabilizing the defense is only half the battle. To truly dominate, you need an engine room that strikes absolute terror into the hearts of your rivals.
Talk about a blockbuster! Arsenal is currently locked in high-stakes, intense negotiations with Newcastle United for their absolute marquee target, Bruno Guimaraes. We are talking about an £80 million mega deal that would make the Brazilian midfielder the second most expensive signing in Arsenal's entire history. Sources confirm that Arsenal has already submitted 3 verbal bids, and the midfield maestro has already agreed to personal terms with Mikel Arteta's side. But here is the dramatic twist. Newcastle is publicly denying that any formal offer has ever arrived. Why? Because the heavy involvement of intermediaries has turned this into a high-stakes tactical game of poker.
Arteta knows that Guimaraes is the perfect $70 million plus tactical key to unlock the full potential of Arsenal's midfield and establish a dominant era. If they can pull this off, it changes the balance of power in the entire Premier League. But Guimaraes is not the only superstar on Arsenal's radar. They are aiming for the absolute stars and chasing a dream that could shatter the European transfer record.
What if I told you that Arsenal tried to trigger a transfer bomb so massive it would completely shatter their entire wage structure? Yes, they are actively chasing Real Madrid's ultimate superstar, Vinicius Jr. But as the summer transfer window narrows, this dream is hitting a major roadblock. Reports indicate that Real Madrid is highly confident the Brazilian will remain at the Bernabeu, and they have already scheduled contract extension talks. Since no club-to-club approach has been made, and Vinicius is entering the final year of his deal, the window of opportunity is closing fast. It would be the single largest transaction in Arsenal's history. But for now, it remains a beautiful, yet incredibly difficult fantasy. While Arsenal fights to secure their squad, the rest of Europe is executing some of the most jaw-dropping and expensive moves in football history.
This is it, the moment of truth. Mikel Arteta has sent a clear and powerful message to the Arsenal board. We must upgrade this squad with top stars if we want to take this club to the next level. Excellence must become the mandatory standard at the Emirates to maintain world-class status. With a defensive crisis to solve, a massive midfield puzzle in Bruno Guimaraes to complete, and the heavy weight of defending the crown, the road ahead is paved with fire. Will the Gunners rise to the occasion, defend their crown, and conquer the Champions League? Or will the sheer pressure of European football tear them apart? Tell us what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.